Right, let's see if the thing will pick it up. It should do, because I set it to. There we go. Good evening. It's Sonic 3 time. And, yeah, we're playing, again, on the PC with a fan-made version. This is Sonic 3 Air, or Angel Island Revisited. Before Sonic Origins came out, this was the widescreen fan updated, this was the widescreen remaster version of Sonic 3. And in a lot of ways, it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles as the full-length game. I just call it Sonic 3. I'm saying no and Knuckles because I've been calling this Sonic Revisit and Knuckles because of playing as Knuckles, but we're not playing as Knuckles today because the game's far too long to do twice in one stream. Well, if I was starting earlier, then yeah, but I call the full game Sonic 3 because it was made to be one full game. Yeah, this is Sonic 3 Air, though. It takes the Sonic 3 ROM, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles ROM, and yeah, it's like the widescreen remaster, essentially, with mod support and everything. All your different, well, this is just display options. You can have remastered music, which we're going to use. You can select which music you want, how you want your Super Invincibility music, boss music, and whether you want the sort of music as released in 1994 or the prototype music. For the Sonic playthrough, we're going to have the as released music, and then on Tuesday for Knuckles, we're going to go to the prototype music, because why not? Plus, I quite like a lot of the prototype music for these 3 levels. Also, I'm going to put Sonic 1 and 2 music in some later bosses. And you got some visual enhancements if you want as well, although I tend to keep it fairly pure. Apart from the Blue Sphere special stages. And just some other changes as well. Lava Refact 2 boss, we'll be getting to that. And you get some other random tweaks as well. So, already lots of little quality of life tweaks that you can choose. I mean, some of it is quite nerdy Sonic fan stuff, but this is kind of who this is for. I mean, it's good for anyone, but yeah. Anyway, let's just get into it. Sonic 3 being the one to introduce cutscenes, all that sort of stuff. In between the events of Sonic 2 and 3, the Death Egg fell on Angel Island, knocked it into the ocean, and Sonic has gone to investigate. And of course we meet Knuckles, who has been tricked by Eggman. It's a tale as old as time for the Sonic community. We're going to be going for all the emeralds, both as Sonic and as Knuckles. And our first emerald is down here. Oh, down here. Yeah, it's why the 2013 remasters of Sonic 1 and 2 are so great, because they have all these things that you would expect from a fan version. Anyway, this is Blue Sphere. If you played Mania, or if you played other versions of 3 and Knuckles, you're going to be familiar with this. I'm not going to be going for perfect in all the levels because it takes ages, but I will do it in this one at least. Just to show it off, I suppose. Yep, so go around the edge of a big square of blue spheres to turn them into rings. Rings get points, and which gets you lives and continues. And also it removes red spheres from potential red spheres from the field. Makes it safer to navigate. Obviously when we get to the harder ones I'll need to stop talking so I can actually concentrate, but for now, the first one I've probably played a million times. And it helps that all the Sonic 3 ones showed up in Mania, so I was already, good at half of the ones in Mania. There we go. Also, I haven't actually used Sonic 3 Air much in this on this computer, so well, that's all pretty much apart from setting up for this. So I'll be getting some achievements as well, because it's an achievement system. Because fans. Now, Sonic 3 Air used to be really easy to install. Because it's designed for the ROM that came with the old Steam version of Sonic 3. That's now delisted, so it's a bit more annoying. You can still run it if you get the ROM file, but you know, as with all Sonic stages, special stages, you suck at Blue Sphere. Blue Sphere is definitely the kind of thing of like, you know, it's got a learning curve to it, I'd say. So yeah, mini boss music, I've got it set, I think, to per zone, so the Sonic 3 half is going to have the original Sonic 3 mini boss music, and then we'll get to Knuckles half. We'll be hearing the Knuckles boss theme. A use for your depression purchase. I mean, an M1 MacBook does have a nice screen. I'm going to ignore the rings though, because it'll take forever. I don't think I need the continues, really, from a perfect bonus. It just takes up time. The key with Blue Sphere, really, is to hit your direction before you get to the corner. Like, while you're just on the, you know, before you hit the corner. That's the key to it, really. I like the hardware in the newer Macs. I like the actual hardware in them. Like any, you know, the Apple Silicon ones, but I just don't like Mac OS. I just hate the software. Alright, there's 16 left, which is these ones here. Yeah, it is kind of redundant with your gaming PC. That's it. If I ever needed like a portable thing for like video editing work or whatever that I need to run off battery, like if I needed to video edit on like train commutes or something, then I probably would get a MacBook, like an M something MacBook, because I think DaVinci Resolve works quite well on them. Of course, we've got the elemental shields because of Sonic 3. And that's where Knuckles will go on Tuesday. Different boots for different characters is one of the big innovations of Sonic 3. You'll sell me yours. I don't need to do video editing work on train commutes though, so Alright, Fire Shield means we can just beat that one very easily. Oh, Matt, you could do the takeaway sending to yours. Unfortunately, Ben, I don't actually know your address. I just know where you live, but I don't know the address. So, right, special stage number 3. Oh, in. Ow. There we go. I probably just could have got Tails to fly me up, but eh. Just describe where it is to the app, go find the show. And if I bought you a new cat, what would Keith and Dahlia think? You know? I mean, would... I mean... I always forget which one's the no thoughts one of the two. Would they think? If I'm buying people... He's all air between the ears. Yeah. I thought it was Keith, I just... You know that thing when you're like 90, like you're pretty sure you remember something, but then there's just that like thing of, what if I'm actually remembering wrong? And then when someone tells you that what you are thinking was correct, you're just like, oh, I'm just an idiot. Spilled. Oh no. That does sound like something he would do. Right. Bubble shield. I was gonna say bubble shield time, apparently not. Right, as with Sonic 1 and 2, I've done 0 practice for this because I'm pretty confident I shouldn't need any. Had to have his first bar. Oh dear. I still. Oh. I just found it funny the other day. Joe was saying, like, oh, when am I visiting and do I want to see Static? I was just like, what kind of a question is that? Of course I want to see her. Right, this one always makes me a bit nervous in one or two little parts. I say nervous, more just worried that I'll mess it up. There we go. The worrying part is done. Just do it, apologies later. No, we have second-hand account, well, we have a first-hand account, I guess, of of what happens when you do that. Seeing this mirrored in the corner of my eye on my other screen is very disorienting. Nope, up. Nice thing about this being a proper PC thing with proper configuration is I can map all three of the buttons here to jump like they would be on the Mega Drive, and I can do the piano roll, spin dash charge, which still wasn't enough to get out of there. So you make that jump without jumping on the platforms between. Can you tell I played this game a lot? Get the fire shield. Now, I can't remember if I set the bombing sequence to alternative or original. We'll see. If I need to jump to avoid the bombs, it's alternative. If I just keep running, it's original. Okay, I think it's set to original, maybe? Nope, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's just set to original. Okay. You can set it to alternative to like make you have to actually jump for the bombs to avoid them. Just so that you're not holding right for 20 seconds there. Right, can I do the quick kill on this? Nope, Tails will do the quick kill. Nice. The amount of times I tried to do the quick kill myself and then just Tails just killed me. Because he's like hit the boss as well and make the invincibility last too long. And I just fall. Right, hold left. Get some rings. Hydro City. Probably the best water level. Yeah, we'll go. You know what? No, I'm gonna go the lower route because I can go the high route as Knuckles. I haven't gone the low route in a little while. Oh, get off.
But is it Hydro City or Hydro City? Either way, the music slaps.
Text-to-speech thinks it's Hydro City either way. Also, it's Hydro City. Japanese manual has it written out as Hydro City. So. Oh, you were hoping it would say the same, both say it the same way. Man, the music is just so good. Double shield also just very nice for water level. In Sonic, the Sonic 3 half of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, there's a lot of water in it. Like, most levels have some amount of water in. No! Whoops. Could have had that discussion yesterday with Dirtmouth, whether it's Dirtmouth or Dirtmouth. Like Plymouth. What I wonder is, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, the first town, is it Postwick or is it Poswick? Because there is a like town or village in the UK which is called that, but it's spelled the same way Pokemon does, but it is pronounced like Poswick or something. Or it's not. It's certainly not pronounced Postwick. But it's like, is it meant to be pronounced like Postwick or not in Pokemon? I wonder. I wondered that ever since Sword and Shield came out. The other day I learned of the existence of a Peterborough in, like, I think it's in Canada or America. I wonder if they pronounce it differently to us. The order I did that one is the order to go if you want a perfect bonus, but I can't be bothered. Right. Instance number 1 of the Insta Shield helping with bosses. So the Insta Shield extends your range and gives you a few frames of invincibility. I don't think you can hit, like, when the stuff is spinning around that boss, I don't think you can hit it unless using the Insta Shield, so... Insta Shield always comes in clutch, there. Yes. Is Bowser Jr. my favourite Mario character? If not, then why not? He's not, because Yoshi probably is my favourite Mario character. Also, hi Joe. You know, I know your username is, you like typoed it, but at the same time it kind of like works because it looks like the two eyes in like we or me or something. Also, similar to Ben yesterday, I've gone like nearly half an hour. I hope the audio's okay, like balanced fine. Clutching wall segment that's not really given me any trouble for years. Cool. Audio. If by the it's good you mean the audio, then good. I love the water slides here. Just the speed you get on them. And the music is just amazing. Like, there's many reasons Hydro City is, like, generally the best, considered the best water level. Level design, aesthetic, music. It's all there. We should also go high enough in the level to see stuff. Man, I love that set piece. You should hopefully go high up in the level to see the little detail in the background. Hopefully. Invincibility is overrated. Right, special stage over here. The cults are amazing. This one's not so bad as long as you don't lose track of where you are. Oh! Well, it's a good thing I'm not trying to perfect these, but that was potentially going to leave that room very dangerous. I've only left one red sphere in that room, and it's, oh. I've only left one red sphere in that room, and it's, in a pretty safe location, so we should be fine. I'm taking a bit of a dangerous path here. I say it's in a relatively safe place, I did almost run into it. Make sure I don't trap myself in a room with no way out that, you know, that isn't just jumping. I think we're good though. Your name ends in 8, surely that counts for becoming level 8 in the cult. I mean, Ben, if you're going by that, the two numbers in my username multiply to make 8? You know what, let's just... I can't be bothered. Oh, never mind, Tails apparently can't fly from there. Okay. Oh, come on. What? Something wacky about the physics there. Whoops. That's fine. How far back are we? Fairly far back, I think. Yeah. Right near the start. Okay. That's fine. You may... I was about to make like a joke like, oh, it makes the viewers of stream happy when something funny happens in stream. Alright. Well, I've already got that special stage, so... You make yourself happy by laughing at your own stupid comments. Hey, same. I also am good at that. Oh, you know what? I've only got there. Let's fly with Tails. Once again, Peter added in a lot of fan stuff. It's in this. You see, Ben, what you gotta do is you need to eat the Gum Gum fruit that Luffy eats in One Piece so that you become like rubber and you just become very flexible. That's obviously what you need to do. Whoops. Just type in the first thing that comes to your head. Ow! Right. There is one more special ring left in this level, so hopefully I can get it straight away. Yes, I don't have to do shenanigans. When Sonic Origins first came out, the collision here was a bit iffy, and you couldn't jump in here as Sonic. They fixed it later though. Right, and we're at special stage number 7 for Sonic. The Sonic 3 half. Joe, stop letting your phone get so dead. It's not good for your battery. Key to doing this one safely is just to try and clear out these squares. Oh, that was close. I think that's the big squares cleared out, so just gotta go for the little squares and the 2 lines, if I can find them. Alright, the other line should be here, yep. And then I frantically worry about finding the other little square of blue spheres that's left. There they are. I had to deal with your word vomit too much already. I mean, you had to deal with me not being able to talk properly, so... My phone's on 67, like, guys, in fact I will plug mine in. Because I've got a slow charger over here. Where is it? With a slow charger from like a Nokia Lumia phone or something. Right, so that's... I mean, both Ben and Joe have newer phones than me, so... Hey, Zach. No worries. There's Knuckles. And go. Yeah, and get a hit in. He's up there. Nice. Don't want to get too close. Don't want to get sucked in there. There we go. Man, I love the insta shield. I love how I still love the Sonic Mania Act 1 boss for Hydro City, where you pilot that machine and like you pull Eggman up. Right, Marble Garden. I know a lot of people don't like this level because it's a bit long and meandering, but a level with really steep slopes really get to show off the physics. Don't want to get crushed. Ow! I wasn't paying attention. Now, these spinning tops, they changed the physics on these in Sonic Origins, and I'm still not used to it. I mean, Joe, that feature is it's like it's to help prolong the lifespan of the battery. My laptop has a thing to let it like stop charging at like it stops charging at like 80% if I want it to, and just put I think it just pulls power directly from the plug. There's a big ring in here. Yeah. You know what? It's Supersonic time. But I've set it to not play the Supersonic theme, just do fast level music. Your laptop might, I don't know, but it could. Better, I don't use the equivalent function on my phone. I do just let my phone go to 100. Yeah, like lithium-ion batteries are at their unhappiest when they're like really full or really empty. Hey, look, this boss band seems familiar. And it's done. Tech rats and tech workers. What was it that one of the names I got called? Like last week? Like the name, you know, the like... The one, the like Linus Tech Tips themed one. Is there something in here now? No, I'll go this way, why not? Hidden route. Can't remember what's in here, even though I do normally go this way. Right. That spring is a trap. Don't run into it. And let me up this way. These spinning tops they are a bit weird to control, but when you use them enough, it's just that kind of thing where it's like, I know how to use them now, so they don't pose any problem. And I don't really think about them. Who needs the pulleys when I have a double jump? There's a lot of times where Sonic 3 wants to remind you that it, you know, that the third, that, you know, there are 3 axes, like there are 3 dimensions. Ouch. I suppose it makes sense given that Sonic 3 was very, very early in development, going to be a 3D game using a 3D processing chip. I'm glad those plans fell through. I don't think it would have aged very well. Granted, this was mid-90s Sonic teams, this is when they were like on top of their game, so if anyone was gonna make a 3D game work on, you know, 3D Sonic game work, it would have been of the time Sonic team, so. Right, Eggman's gonna pop out from there. Hitting him here doesn't really do anything, but I'm not gonna not hit him. Oh man, I've played the Origins version so much that I'm not used to playing this with the camera working properly. Because in Origins they lock the camera weirdly here, and it was very hard to get used to to start with, but now I've played the Origins version a lot. I'm going to be comparing to Origins a lot here. Oh, I knew it was there as well. Right, we're nearly at the boss, I think. Yeah. Right. Time to cheese this one. Ouch. Oh, I didn't get to cheese it as much as I wanted to. It's possible to get at least 7 hits on him there, and then you only have to hit him once. Here. But that wasn't in the cards today, apparently. Also, I'm so glad you don't have to worry about falling off there. Like Tails will always get you. Tails! There we go. Alright, night time. Time for Carnival Night Zone. And the first of the, first of the level themes done by Michael Jackson's team. I mean, never officially confirmed, but it may as well be. Everyone knows it. So yeah, one of the tracks replaced in the Origins version, and the older PC Sonic & Knuckles Collection version as well. But we can get into that when I play the Knuckles playthrough and I actually use that music. Can I get on this? Yes, I can. You know what an easier way of getting up there would be? I've just seen something that's giving you the ick. People who tie their jumpers around their shoulders. I get people tying like jumpers around like their waist. Like, you know, use the arms to tie it around your waist. I've never heard of... Ooh. I've never heard of people... Oh, I didn't know there was a ring there. I love this game. Discovering new things all the time. I mean, I might have seen that before, but I certainly didn't have it committed to memory. Oh. Sure, we'll do a bonus stage. It's probably my favourite of the 3 bonus stages, especially if I'm trying to get rings, because it's theoretically easy to get them. Or at least it's easy to... There's a few good ways of getting high amounts. I'm not going to be going to the bonus stages much, because they take a long time. If I go into them too often. I remember when Sonic Mania came out, there were loads of people who had troubles with the Titanic Monarch sphere things. But like, I don't know. I never had a problem because they're very, they're the exact same as those. And I've played those stages enough to know how to use those, so... With a combination of bonus stages and getting 50 rings from the big rings, when you have all the Chaos Emeralds, you can rack up pretty big ring counts in this game. With 287. But I might go super for the next boss if I can. You know what? Let's just go super now. Oh, we're at the boss anyway. This one's annoying. This one's slightly annoying. Don't think about the shape of it and the fact that it extends when I hit it. Just don't think about it. I mean, maybe. But hold, I just wanna... Does the sample play here? Okay, sort of. If I remember to point it out, there's a sample that has been made a lot clearer in this fan remastered version of the track. It's just the glass breaking again. I think Act 2 might have the sample. I can't remember now. Cannon time. Okay, yeah. There's a sample from Michael Jackson's Jam there. Both a vocal sample and a musical melody sample. Yeah, this is one of the clear-cut ones that's like definitely made by Michael Jackson's team. Oh, I was looking at chat. Oh. Well, I wasn't planning on using Supersonic for this boss anyway, so... The Carnival Night Act 2 can be a long level, so... But here's Knuckles. Why aren't we stopping him? Don't think about it. Invisible walls. Ah, missed the... Oh no, I can't bother to go back now. There was a water shield up there that I normally get. I'm sure I'll survive. Famous last words. The water starts draining here anyway, so... You know, part of the level later, we'll go and turn the lights back on. I'm not actually sure if that's like a fully required part of the level or whether it's optional. I'm not sure. I think it is fully required. I don't think you can go through the level without getting to that bit. Ah, really? Turn the lights back on. I imagine we'll be coming up to the infamous barrel soon. Yep, there we go. Oh no, how do I get past this? Jumping doesn't do much. Yeah, you gotta press up and down. It's not clear at all. Sonic Origins does add animations, so when you're pressing up and down on these things, Sonic will duck and look up. So it does clue you in a bit more that something is actually gonna happen, but yeah. I think Yuji Naka like publicly apologized for the barrel at like a convention once. There's a lot more he should be apologizing for nowadays. You know. Balan Wonderworld, actual crimes. Forcing his like one-button philosophy on games that really don't need it. But as I said, also actual crimes that he may still be in jail for. I do still want to try it one day just to experience how bad it is myself. But it's like, it's bad, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. I've played worse. Alright, boss time. I could go super, but I don't want to. Because with the power of the Insta-Shield, we ignore that big green ball and hit him much quicker than we would otherwise. Because with normal jump, can't reach him. Insta-Shield, much quicker. He didn't even get to do the like magnetic electric-y attack that he does to pull the ball back up. So Yuji Naka's non-video game crimes. Inside the trading, he bought shares in. He's done it twice. So he's bought shares in like. I went over this a few streams ago. He basically was Ice Cap, iconic. Just saying. He bought shares in like a game studio that was developing a Dragon Quest mobile game before the game was announced. So insider trading, so you know, trying to make some money off of insider knowledge. You know, so he got, you know, I can't remember if he got arrested for that or whether he just got like told off. Then he did it again and got caught again for a different Square Enix mobile game. Ice Cap's music is just iconic, and is also originally an unreleased song by a band called the Jetsons. They had an unreleased song called Hard Times, which is literally like the melodies and whatnot are exactly this. It's on Spotify, actually. It's been released now. And yeah, that was a band that Brad Buxer, one of the composers on Michael Jackson's team on this game, was in. So one of the ones that's replaced in Sonic Origins. And to jump the gun a bit, while I like the prototype tracks that we'll be hearing in the Knuckles playthrough for Carnival Night and Launch Base, Ice Caps, they're alright, but just not as good as this. Like, Ice Cap's original music is iconic, and it just fits really well. You know, I like the prototype music well enough, but it just doesn't compare. Oh. Alright, this is where we're gonna go with Knuckles next time. Obviously, I'll save the Knuckles discussion for when he's more relevant, but who's better, Yoshi or Tails? Joe, my first game was Sonic 2, I'm going to be biased and say Tails. Oh. I can't believe he's hogging the bandwidth to install Doom. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go Super. I don't care. And this background here, one of my favourite backgrounds. Like, the perspective, like, sort of, just the line scrolling effect on the big glaciers, like, it just looks really good. Zavok or Bowser Jr.? Bowser Jr. easily, if he's not Zavok. Plus, I have some amount of nostalgia for Bowser Jr. because of New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. Again, love the Insta-Shield, you can hit the Orbinauts. Oh, that does happen sometimes, though. Excuse me. Zavok or a lifetime of depression? I mean, okay, Zavok, because while I don't particularly like him and I will dunk on him to meme on him, that's still better than a lifetime of depression. Like, just his existence is better than that. I love all the slopes here as well. You get to choose. Yeah, and obviously I've not talked about it, but Sonic 3 making the Acts 1 and 2 different to each other. Just a really great step forward for the series. There's just so much Sonic 3 does that's, you know, it's just so good. Like, are there Sonic games I'd recommend to people? Are there Sonic games I'd recommend to people before recommending them Sonic 3? Probably, but... Sonic 3 is the one I like the most. Alright, let's go up here, because I do want Super Sonic for the boss, because I'm not very good at the boss in this level. So that what gives you depression. Do you need, like, a therapist or something? That sounds pretty serious. Would you recommend Sonic Fighters? As in Sonic the Fighters? I like it. Obviously, it's an arcade game, so it's very short. And it's not the most balanced thing in the world, but it's good fun, and I love the visuals. Like, everything's so expressive. Also, Sonic the Fighters, historically significant for Sonic series in that it was the first Sonic game that was ever, like, 3D polygons. It was the butt of many jokes in, like, the mid-2000s, but it's seen a lot more positively these days, I'd say. Alright, launch base. We're nearly at the halfway mark. Death Egg is looming in the background. Big Man's getting ready to launch. You know, I think when Ben was talking about like sort of getting like timing like the nail for like pogoing in Hollow Knight, it really did remind me of the Insta Shield. And it should remind me anyway because I've played a bit of Hollow Knight, but ow. But yeah, just like the way, you know, you have like a move that's fairly timing specific, but then lets you really sort of, that really heightens the skill ceiling. There are sometimes when I play this game that I go into a boss fight with a shield, but then I intentionally lose the shield just so I can use the insta shield to shred the boss. No, I didn't really mean to go this way, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's part of why I play as Sonic the most in Sonic 3. Like, sure, Tails can fly, Knuckles has his abilities and his, you know, different campaign, but I just love the Insta-Shield. The skill ceiling, ouch. Skill ceiling is just heightened that much. Something as you saw, I got hit by that Orbinaut there. Insta-Shield takes care of it, no problem. It came back as an unlockable in Sonic Mania, but I think it was nerfed a bit in Mania. Like, I think it either doesn't extend your range as much, or it doesn't give you the invincibility as much. I can't remember. I think it was nerfed slightly in Mania. Oh, actually, if we were playing, I'm pretty sure if we were playing Sonic 3 on like standalone on the Mega Drive, there would be like a booster that sent you back into this Orbinaut because they were mean. There were some layout changes between the Sonic 3 standalone version and when you lock them together. They basically edited some bits to make some of the Sonic 3 levels a bit easier because they're now, you know, only going up to halfway through the game. Or maybe they were changed to be harder when the game was first separated. And like, the easier bits were the original intention. We'll never know. Oi. Oh, here's Knuckles. I don't think he likes us being in there. Alright, the Insta-Shield can make nice work of this as well, if you don't mess it up like I did. I've lost the timing for this, apparently. You can use the Insta-Shield to get this boss done quickly without getting hurt, but I have forgotten the timing, apparently. Is it up here? Oh, there's somewhere in this level they put like a... I don't think it's this. No, that's just rings. I'm pretty sure somewhere they put like a electric shield or fire shield right next to the water, and it's like, what's the point? Because you lose those shields if you go in water. Nope. So much for going the other way that I could have gone. Hold on, was there something down there? This tail's gone. There he is. Lift me up. I can't be bothered to like despawn this thing and respawn it. I say I say despawn it, more just reset it. Ah, there's something here. Is it the giant ring? It is a giant ring. Nice. Oh, trick shot. Sort of. We're going to do this without Supersonic as well, because I want to... Mind you, I think you can... In air, yes, in Sonic 3 you can de-transform, so... Ouch. Yeah, I don't think it's until Sonic Superstars that you can, like... that an official Sonic game has a de-transform option. Yeah, I think it would take until Superstars for that to happen. Oh, that was my fault. I will be interested to see. There is a feature that Sonic 3 Complete with a ROM hack and Sonic Origins version. There was something that happens after launch base. I can't remember if Sonic 3 Air does it by default or whether you have to mod it in. But we shall see once we beat launch base zone. Which way are we going? This way. Careful with these gates. Wait. Invincibility. We're gonna go this way though. Oh, is invincibility needed going this way? Probably not. Alright, we're at the bosses. Alright, first up, we've got 3 bosses in a row here. We need to remember this. When Sonic 3 Standalone came out in February of '94, oh, this was the finale. This was the end of the game. That first boss goes down very easily, though. And if you're playing Sonic 3 Standalone, this is the last you see of Knuckles. He just unceremoniously falls off here. But yeah, Eggman is starting to try and relaunch the Death Egg, so we gotta go stop him from doing that. And we stop him from doing that by defeating 2 random bosses underneath it. R.I.P. Knuckles. Come on. Alright. We can get quite a lot of hits in here. Oh. Get hit as well. Okay, they just have invisible walls here. I was wondering how they would... how that would be affected. By the widescreen, it's just not. We just have invisible walls. Although, if you're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the cartridges locked on, or in an emulated version, this is where launch base ends. This final... well, what was the final boss of Sonic 3 is cut for Sonic in Tails. Only Knuckles fights him. But this Sonic 3 Air, you can choose to reinstate it, and Sonic Origins, I'm pretty sure, reinstates it as well. I think it does anyway. I can't actually remember. Insta Shield, you can get some hits in when you know, looks like you shouldn't. Man, I love this move. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I love how the sky turns dark and then, you know, the imposing music plays. It's just such a good moment. Yeah, doing that, though, somehow caused the Death Egg to stop launching properly? I don't know. Video game logic, huh? The Death Egg is also somehow that far away from us now. Okay, no, we don't get the cutscene. So, Sonic 3 Complete, the ROM hack, which basically aims to be a complete version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles put together with lots of bug fixes and fan tweaks, a bit like this, but for the actual original console, which existed years before this version. Before Sonic 3 Air existed, Sonic 3 Complete was the go-to version for hardcore fans. That version adds a cutscene between Launch Base and Mushroom Hill. Basically uses the background of the Sonic and Knuckles title screen to show the Death Egg crashing back on Angel Island. And that is also in Sonic Origins, not in Sonic 3 Air apparently. I presume I've got to mod it in then. Unless it's unlockable, but I think you have to mod it in. But someone will have made a mod for it, I'm sure. Anyway, Knuckles is still here. We're using his Sonic and Knuckles theme now, because we're in the Sonic and Knuckles half. And what is he hiding in there? Epilepsy is what he's hiding. Let's go have a look. I mean, if you've seen me play Sonic 3 and Knuckles before, which I have twice on the channel, you know what's here. This is Hidden Palace. Our Chaos Emeralds are gone. They've been turned into albeit deactivated Super Emeralds. We got 7 more special stages to go. This, I don't know if was in... I don't think this was in the original game plan. I'm not sure. But it's a consequence of... It's a sort of consequence of Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles were split up. They needed special stages for both games. So now you get to do all 14 of them. I tend to try and start from the more difficult ones first. This one I will perfect because getting all the rings is how I know when to start going after the spheres. I start going after the sort of smallest groups. Also, Joe, a monster at like 9 PM. Really? Like, that's surely not good for you. Oh. Not what I meant to do. Let's just make that a bit slightly more dangerous. It was more like 8 PM when you had it actually, and that's not much better. Are there any more big groups of spheres, or am I looking for a little cluster of rings? No, there's another big group of spheres. And another little cluster of rings. So I tend to try and, like, not have things like coffee or whatever, like, you know, later on in the evening. So caffeine, like, stays in your body for a long time. I mean, for legal reasons, I'm not a doctor, but you know, I think conventional wisdom is that caffeine stays in your body for a long time. It is possible to get all the Chaos Emeralds in Mushroom Hill if you know where all the special rings are. I don't know where all the special rings are, so I probably won't be getting them all in Mushroom Hill. I'll be trying to get as many as I can, though, just to save, you know, make sure I get them all. There are plenty of opportunities as we go through, but there are only a few levels to get them in, though. Luckily, I had that invincibility on when I got that Eggman monitor. Oh, no, there isn't too much ring down this way. That's fine. Of course, we're playing Sonic and Knuckles on its own. This is the first level, so difficulty has been dialed back down a little bit from launch base. Mushroom Hill's basically a breather level when you take it into full context of Sonic 3 and Knuckles in full. Is there a ring in there, or is that just a... Nope, there is a ring in there. I can see the colour palette. Right, how do I get in there, though? There we go. Like that. So yeah. In terms of the Sonic and Knuckles special stages, the first one, because when you play Sonic and Knuckles on its own, you just do the special stages in order, like in Sonic 3 half. The one above is like the first one, and then it sort of spreads out. So I tend to do the later ones first, just because, you know, they're harder, more chances to mess them up. More chances to retry them if I mess them up. It's more what it is. We'll stop talking for this one though, because this one does need concentration. There we go. Make one wrong move, and you fail. Super Emerald number 2. Glad they did go back there to check that. No, that's not anything. I do like how Sonic 3 does set its like sort of first level, like sort of green levels apart from other Sonic games. Like Angel Island. I mean, Angel Island is a bit more standard, where it's like the sort of tropical, sort of jungle kind of thing. But you know, then it gets set on fire. Also, when I said it steals your Chaos Emeralds, yeah, you can't turn Super anymore till you get your Super Emeralds. So you are without Super Sonic once you start going for the Super Emeralds. Alright, it's the shield coming in clutch. Maybe bypass the fire there from the thing. And there's Knuckles. Ready to divert us. And the weather changed. Yeah, the weather changing gimmick in this level's pretty cool. Like, I think it's partly as well Sonic Team flexing. Been like, look at us, changing color palettes partway through the level. Actually, I don't think there's anything up here. No. I always do this. I like go, oh, I want to get up here, and then there's actually nothing up there. Ow. Right, there we go. Actually hit the spring this time. No worries, Sam. We'll catch you whenever you're back. Oh. Let's go. Get an airlift in again. Why not? I'm gonna go the upper route here, I think. If we say the upper route, we'll get a big ring. Excuse me, game. Why didn't you launch me? I was gonna say if we take the upper route, we'll get a big ring when we do our next seasonal change. Let's see if we can get back up there. There we go. Alright, big ring number 3. I always forget which exact emerald is which. Oh no, I hate this one. This one always makes me nervous. It's technically not that hard, but it always makes me nervous. I've never gone for the perfect bonus on it, apart from in Sonic Mania, when I did it for gold medals. But when I'm actually doing it for Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 3, no. No thanks. I'd rather just get my emerald. Obviously in Sonic Mania, where it's a bonus stage, there's a lot lower stakes. Again, one slightly wrong move and you're going straight into a red sphere. Thankfully, I didn't make any wrong moves there. And the seasons have changed again from autumn to winter. The winter colour palettes less nice to look at than the autumn one, but that's just true of real life as well, I'd say. Just autumn is a very nice looking season. Wait for you. Right, this is the last big ring of Mushroom Hill. Like I said, there are enough to get all 7 emeralds, if you so choose, but I don't know where they all are. So, I'm only turning them into rings just to make it safer to traverse, to be completely honest. I mean, I shouldn't need to go back there, but, you know, just in case. It's a good habit to be in. Oh, that was dangerous. I think it's possible to, like, jump between those and, like, turn them into rings, but, that's a bit risky. There we go. That one's not too bad. Especially once you know the layout. Am I off-center? Slightly. I don't know whether I've drifted more to the side or what. Right, here, there's an obscure secret. You want to be holding the left side of this as you go up. Then you jump from the left one, and that takes you to the secret room. How are you meant to know that? I don't know, it's just a little secret area. Right, here we can cheese the boss. Very much. Ouch. Just get a bunch of hits on him there. And then we need to hit him a few times in this section. But look at that 3D effect. I mean, we don't see it for very long, but pretty cool effect. I slightly messed up for cheesing it. You can hit him like... Actually, I don't know if you can hit him 7 times, but you can like repeatedly bounce on top of him to get lots of hits in, but I slightly messed that up. And here comes Flying Battery. Now this stage was originally meant to be between Carnival Night and Ice Cap, but got moved when they split up the game. I mean, I'm used to the game flowing this way now. With mods for this and with Sonic 3 Complete, you can play the original level order, but I tend to normally keep it with the sort of the originally released order, just because I'm used to it at this point. Right, I know there's a one up in there. Oh, yeah. I got too cocky then. Good job, I got the one up. I was like, oh, I can make that jump. I couldn't make that jump. Obviously, Flying Battery was one of the Sonic 3 zones brought back for Mania, and yeah, it got quite the glow up in Mania, I'd say. There's a lot of slow moments in Sonic 3's Flying Battery that are gone in Mania. They cut out a lot of the tedium. Oh my goodness. Apparently I can't play today. I've been doing too well. I didn't die in the entire Sonic 3 half. I don't think. Sure, I got hit plenty, but I don't think I died in the Sonic 3 half. Realistically, the fire shield isn't really what you want here, but it's the shield it gives you. Oh. Nothing there. A lot of this slow stuff is just cut out of Mania's version, and honestly, the level's better for it. In the Mania version, though, they put rings exactly here in the Mania version, where you would jump to jump over this booster. I know, I always thought that was a really nice touch. It's like they know veterans will jump there because of the, because that's where the boost pad used to be. Wait, oh, I think they might change that for this version. Maybe like Mania. We don't have to wait as long. Yeah, that's good. You have to wait for like 2 volleys of missiles in the original. I think I skipped over. I took the wrong route. I missed things. Right, I'm gonna show off, so I need to lose my shield. I do this every time I play. It doesn't make it any quicker. It's one of those bosses that you can't speed up. You can't make it go any faster than this. You can make it go slower by messing up. You can't make it go any faster, so I just style on it instead. It at least keeps my brain engaged. Insta-shield through the things. Like through the spike balls. Right, I missed all of the potential Chaos Emeralds in Act 1, so... I went the wrong route. I should have gone the lower route, I think. Oh well. Like where I airlifted myself to a higher route, I don't think I should have done that. Might have been Mania's version. By that point in Mania, I normally have the emeralds by then anyway. Alright, these things. These are gone by the time of Mania. Again, slow waiting. I think I want to go this way. You can always try out the other route as Knuckles, perhaps. Or I can just go the same way, if I feel like it. Alright. Come on. Ah. Hold up. Get me when I go up here. Come on. Platform, show up. There we go. Little speed set piece there. Oh, where's the giant? Where's the thing? The giant ring. Have I taken the wrong route again? Maybe I did. Well, if I have to get the last few in Sandopolis and Lava Reef, and so be it. Oh, that was close. Nearly got crushed there. Okay, no, I think I missed all of the... So there's some points in this where there's some spikes you can push to like fall, like to like reveal a hole under, like in the floor where they were, and it's like there's no indication you can push the spikes, and there's like, how are you supposed to know you can do that? Normally I go the correct route to see them, but evidently I've forgotten the route. So, oh well. Maybe I'll be able to show it off as Knuckles. Maybe I'll go the right way as him. Now, this is like Special Stage 2, Sonic and Knuckles, so that one's very easy. I don't know how you perfect it though. I've never tried. Well, I have tried, but I've never succeeded. Oh, you know what? That's dangerous. I'll get crushed if I go there. Is it boss time? I think it might be. Yeah. Hey, remember Wing Fortress Zone from Sonic 2? Ouch. Oh. Is this sped up like it is in Origins? I'm not sure. All you have to do here is avoid the laser. Nothing else to do. But in Sonic Origins, I believe this is sped up. Or it's either that or in Origins you can like hit the laser, like the laser enough times. It's either this or Origins, you can hit the laser to end that bit early, which is very handy. Can't push those spikes. And now we wait for the platform to reach us. There we go. Oh, I managed to get out of that without getting hit. Nice. Ah. I'm never sure what stops him. Oh. Oh no, gotta wait for the platform again. I'm not sure what causes him to stop moving and start swinging around. I've never been sure. I don't know if it's underwater or not. What, me? I can talk very quietly here, actually. Also, I can see OBS on my second monitor, Joe. I'd move it to like prove that it's there, but no, I can't move it. Guess that's trust me. So the original plan was for that door that gets knocked out to be your snowboard nice cap. But that plan fell through. Alright, Sandopolis Zone, Desert Zone. Oh, that moves a lot quicker when you do that. Wow. That doesn't move that quickly in the original. And Sonic 3 Air Thor everything. Alright, there should be an emerald, a big ring here. Yeah. Now, Sandopolis is probably like the most infamous zone in Sonic 3. that and Carnival Night Act 2. Like, Stand Up Plus Act 2 and Carnival Night Act 2 are probably the two infamous ones, but I don't know. I like it. I like the extra challenge. Maybe that's just I played Classic Sonic too much. Right, this one's pretty easy, at least if you're not bothering to perfect it, which I can't be bothered to, so it's pretty easy. If I lose Tails in this level, I will be deserted. Slash timeout Joe 1 second. Don't actually. It's fine, Tails always respawns. Alright, just one emerald left, and it's the easiest of the special stages, so... Well, theoretically the easiest. It's the first one of the Sonic and Knuckles special stages. And there's plenty of opportunity to get it, so we should be good for the Super Emeralds. I always get hit by those. So I love the heat haze like effect. Again, it's just like a little line scroll sort of scrolling effect, but I love it. It really adds to the atmosphere. And the music is great. I mean, this entire soundtrack is, you know, one of the all-time greats, I'd say. I mean, Sonic games almost always deliver on the music, so. Oh no, the special stage ring. The pyramids confirm the Egyptians settled on Angel Island. I don't know. I think it's just meant to. I mean, nowadays we could say it's probably meant to be like, you know, ancient echidnas or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know what the intent was when Sonic 3 was first made. Right, this is Special Stage 1 from Sonic and Knuckles, so it should theoretically be nice and easy. Although I always flail around at the end once I've gotten all the big groups. I always flail around at the end trying to find the little groups of 4. I always forget where they are. Another continue that I don't really need. Also, fun fact about the Blue Sphere music. It wasn't originally composed for Sonic 3. It was originally composed for a different game. Originally composed for the arcade game Sega Sonic Bros, which never saw a release because it failed its location test. And yeah, when the game was like originally like discovered and dumped, it was kind of leaked rather than properly dumped online, but, you know, the people who had, like, hold of it didn't really want it getting out there, but then it got out there anyway. But yeah, the fandom collectively went, like, wait, what? when like, I think that when the, like, the first person to, like, post it online, I remember there was, like, a video of, like, the sound test or just gameplay, where it's just, like, the Blue Spheres theme just fades in, and it's like, wait, what? Because Sega Sonic Bros predates Sonic 3 by like at least a couple of years, I think. Right, we now have all of these Super Emeralds. I will have to see if I can get to 50, if I can get 50 rings. Then we can do Hypersonic, which I apologise if the extreme flashing on Hypersonic is going to be too much for people, but it's how the game is, so... I mean, it's only like a small sprite, it's not like it's the whole screen flashing. Unless I do a double jump as Hypersonic. Right, so Supersonic is cool and all, but Hypersonic is even cooler. After images and a multi-directional double jump. You can go any direction you want. Hey, nice, unlock the drop dash. Any direction you want, and it defeats every enemy that's on screen. Hypersonic is a really, really cool reward for getting all the Super Emeralds. Like, Supersonic is already cool, but Hypersonic is just, like, next level as a reward. Rewards the truly skilled. What version of Sonic 3 is this? This is Sonic 3 Air. Still my favourite version of Sonic 3, although I do like the Origins version, despite having a few little problems. Yeah, Sonic 3 Air is my usual go-to. Not that I played it much on this laptop yet. That is if I'm not just popping the cartridge in my console and playing the original release. Time for this boss. I'm going to de-transform, actually. Oh. I don't really want to fast forward the cutscene, but oh well. I forgot that fast forwarding cutscenes was a thing here. Right. Number 2 of Sonic and Knuckles half having bosses that you can't really speed up much. I think there is a way to do it faster than this, but I don't know how to do it yet, so I should probably like look into actually beating this thing quicker. Let's put the signpost in the sand, why not? And into the pyramid we go. I know people don't like this level, it is long, it can be stressful, but I don't know. I like the added challenge of having more stuff to keep on top of. These switches move quicker in the air as well, which is nice. But, you know, I don't have a problem with them even in the original. Well, I don't have too much of a problem with them in the original, I should say. I don't know why I'm bothering to keep the lights on, I haven't freed the ghosts yet. But we are going to now. Be free from your capsules. Or capsule. Of course you could look into that in a much darker way and say like, you know, was that animals in there? The Eggman, and they've been in there for so long that they turned, you know, they died and turned to ghosts? Oh, I jumped to the wrong place. Right, it's here that I want to jump. There's a special ring in there, but eh. Ride the little platform. We probably didn't need to come down using that pulley, but whatever. Or rope or bungee cord or whatever. I don't know. Whatever we want to call it. Oh, come on. Let go of that a little too early, didn't I? Right. Yeah, that's the kind of death I'd expect in a Retro Engine version. Like a Retro Engine game. Wait, hold on. Oh, I can make it back up there, surely. Yeah, easily. Ouch. Right, I'm trying not to crush myself this time. There we go. That's better. Those scorpion enemies are really annoying. They're kind of the, like, slicer of this game. Not as annoying as any of the Metropolis Bandits, though. Those three are just awful. They're just the worst, the Metropolis ones. I actually got prepared a clip for them to make, you know, for the YouTube side of things. It's just me getting hit loads in Metropolis from Tuesday. Playing as Tails and Knuckles, you can skip a lot of this. If you're playing as Sonic and Tails, you can try and airlift yourself, but I'm evidently not very good at that. Stop grabbing me, Tails. I'm not trying to airlift myself anymore. Alright, come on. Uh-oh. I have to deal with the ghosts if it turns darker. I mean, they're not that hard to deal with, it's just, you know, the kind of thing you want to keep on top of. I'm not going to bother going over there. Yeah, I think it's like, they don't turn hostile straight away. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. You get a bit of leeway before they turn hostile, even when it gets to its darkest. It's kind of thing, even if it gets quite dark, you don't need to be too worried. Alright, Tails, help me up. Oh, the Insta-Shield helps a lot with the Scorpions. I forget what they're actually called. Might just be Scorp, or Scorp, or Scorps, or something. That was a bad jump. One more... Nope. There we go. Oh, we're nearly at 5 minutes in this level. The Sand Dolphins Act 2 is definitely one of the longer ones in the game. Okay. I always forget that that's a yellow spring and not a red one. Ah. Oh, there we go. Is there a switch nearby? Yes, there is. Hold up. There we go. No, I'm going up the upper route. Give me that upper route. There's just a big ring in there, I think. Alright, boss time. We can cheese this one. I say as I get hit. Do not attempt this strat in Sonic Origins, you will get crushed. When the hovering comes back on, you will get crushed in Sonic Origins. Do not do that if you're playing Origins. But if you're playing the original release, or Sonic 3 Air, or Sonic 3 Complete, go for it. And Lava Reef. I love Lava Reef so much. I was so happy when I got to Mania. Well, when I played Mania and got it. Hey! Hey Rin, thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, thank you very much for the raid. Cool. Yeah, for those who don't know me, I am Pigeon2Go for you, also known as Ben, also known as Just Pigeon, well, also known as probably some other stuff. Welcome in, everyone who's come with the raid. Obviously, I was in the stream a little bit earlier. I know you were doing Lego when I was there earlier. How did the rest of your stream go? Hopefully it was all good. And yeah, we're playing some Sonic 3. So much emotes. I could go super hypersonic, but man, I want to play Lava Reef properly. Oh, never mind, got hit. Man, I'm not showing good gameplay the moment a raid hits. Right, Tails face the same way as me, we'll make the lift go down quicker. Finish the Lego set and win to sword. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think just before I had to leave earlier, I think you were saying about Pokemon Sword, and they put the soundtrack for that on Nintendo Music the other day, and I'm so happy because I love that game's soundtrack so much. I absolutely love Pokemon Sword and Shield soundtrack. Hey, yeah, everyone from Space Memory Stream. Yep, Strange Motions, Kuma, everyone. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Ooh. I'm having a good time because I love this game. Ah! Yeah, this is also part 3 of my 5th anniversary stuff. Well, part 4 of my 5th anniversary stuff. Rather. Part 3 of the part 2 of my 5th anniversary celebration. Where I had a celebration stream last week, and I've been replaying the classic Sonic trilogy this week. You're also from there and totally wasn't already here. Right, let's get rid of this electric shield. We want a fire shield for Lava Reef. Alright. I've got so many rings and I haven't even gone to a bonus stage. Yeah, the original Sonic games, it's kind of thing of like, if you're not as sort of, if you're not super down with their intricacies, they can be quite harsh. Right, I'm gonna go hypersonic. Excuse me, let me out. Yeah, I'm gonna use hypersonic for the boss, I reckon. Yeah. I have a slight problem with, though, I'm good at... so hypersonic is exclusive to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because there's 2 lots of emeralds to collect. It's something that's very exclusive to this game, but it's very cool. It's like your ultimate reward. But yeah, they never bring it back, though. I can never remember standing on this. Let's see. Crushes you, so I will fight it properly. Oh, Tails, what happened to you? Just noticed Tails is glitched out. Yeah, I think I consider myself fairly decent at Sonic games. Unfortunately, it makes me bad at other games. So, it is an interesting curse that I have. Tails is no more. I know. I mean, his like foot and one of his tails is there. I don't know whether it's a layering issue or what. Something's glitched out with him. Oh, and there he is. Yeah, lava. Oh, oops. That'll teach me for looking at chat instead of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, so you can go Sonic 2 was where it was first introduced, and yeah, you have to get all the Chaos Emeralds, which is the same in Sonic 3. It's the same in Sonic 3, but yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the full game adds an extra set to get, which gets you hypersonic. And yeah, I agree, Ben. I love Lava Reef's music. The remix of Act 2 in Sonic Mania, that guitar, just perfect. And Lava Reef is where the story's gonna well, I suppose Hidden Palace is where the story really gets sort of into high gear, but Lava Reef is pretty much the same location. You may have noticed the Death Egg in the background of Act 1. It'll be in the background here as well. I should not have jumped there. I'm gonna die to something stupid now, aren't I? Okay, fine, there's rings. And welcome back, Sam. I see you're also here from the raid and were here originally. It's been a short while since I played Sonic 3's version of Lava Reef though. I'm definitely used to Mania's version. Cool. Yes, Fire Shield. Absolutely, give me that. Oh, never mind. Yeah. I will say, Sonic Origins is like a pretty decent place to sort of become a bit more comfortable with Sonic because they get rid of lives in Sonic Origins, and the coin system that they have in place of lives lets you retry special stages to get the emeralds. So yeah, Origins is like a pretty good place to sort of for people who want to get a bit more comfortable with Sonic games. Because yeah, they can be hard. They can be harder to get into than like a more standard platformer like Mario. But unfortunately, being good at Sonic makes me bad at Mario. I try to play Mario like Sonic and it goes badly. You're not good at Sonic games, but you'd like to get worse at them. Any suggestions? Play the awful Game Boy Advance port of Sonic 1. The controls and like screen cropping is so bad that like even seasoned Sonic experts play really badly in that version. Also, the sound is not very good and there's tons of slowdown. Memorization does play a big part into it. I know these levels very well. But I would also say, getting in tune with the physics is a big part of it as well. Because when Sonic Mania came out, I got through the sort of whole campaign without coming anywhere close to a game over. And obviously, a lot of the level designs were familiar to me because they were taken, a lot of it's taken from old games. But even the new level design, I kind of was able to react to it. But that's because I've spent my entire life playing these games. And yeah, look, it's the Death Egg. This is where it crashed. We're very close to it. There are certain someone's not gonna let us get closer. This boss is where I'm very happy to be playing Sonic 3 Air. But I'll get into that once I get to the boss itself. First off, we got this auto-scroller. Speaking of difficulty and, being hard, yeah, this can be a little tricky. It's asking you to make precise jumps while auto-scrolling. All over a pit that is bottomless until it's not. Right, I know that you can go down here, get this, and then get this. Right, getting the Fire Shield is pretty essential for having an easier time with this boss. This boss, though... So, Sonic 3 Air, fan-made version, lots of tweaks and quality of life things. There's an option, which I have set, to make it so this boss only takes 8 hits instead of 14. In the original version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this boss takes forever to kill, because you have to let 14 of these spike balls hit him. It is tedious and boring, and I hate it every time I play it. Sonic 3 may be my favourite game of all time, but I hate this boss. It's a bit more bearable here. I don't recall if Sonic Origins changes this boss to be less hits. I also realised an ad break has arrived. Ah, that's Lava Reef though. What are we doing for time? 10 to 10. Should be enough time to beat the game before I have to stop. Alright, Hidden Palace Zone, here we go. We're deep inside that volcano now. Shall we fight Knuckles properly, or shall I go hypersonic to dunk on him? I'll get 50 rings anyway, in case the answer is yes, but... There we go. Yeah, should we fight him properly with honor, or shall we just dunk on him? Proper. Alright. Now, in the original Mega Drive game, this fight is very easy. I swear, modern versions have made it harder. I could just be a skill issue, though. So take note of the, ouch. Take note of the, like... mural, that's the word I'm looking for, in the back. Knuckles, what are you doing? Oh, I swear insta-shielding is supposed to go through, like, it's supposed to, like, reach through his fists. There we go. Oh, there goes my ring, but that's fine. Yeah, take note of that mural behind us. Ah, look at all those lovely Super Emeralds. And the Master Emerald too. And of course now Knuckles. It's the classic story. Knuckles finally has realised Eggman tricked him all along. The echidna's new. Yeah. It was prophesized. I don't know the word. It was foretold. Yeah, Knuckles, I mean, obviously we know Knuckles now. You know, he's been a long-standing character. And yeah, I love Knuckles. I love this story. It's a simple one, but the way Sonic 3 weaves its story into its silent and quick cutscenes and into subtext in the background, I love it. Let's do the Easter egg. Get Knuckles to tell us to keep going. I mean, Sky Sanctuary at this point is pretty iconic. It was in Generations. It's in Sonic Dash and Sonic Forces Mobile. It was in Sonic Frontiers. It's pretty iconic at this point. The orchestral arrangement of Sky Sanctuary at the Sonic Symphony I went to in London in 2023 was beautiful as well. Ouch. That was a long fall. Also, I remember slight fandom discourse when Sonic Generations was announced, well, when Sky Sanctuary was announced for Sonic Generations. There was some fans complaining that it wasn't yellow enough, that it was too white. I remember that. Alright. Sonic 3 Air lets you play the Sonic 1 and 2 boss themes for these Sonic 1 and 2 boss rematches. If it's normal Sonic 3, you just hear the Sonic 3 boss theme here. But I thought, I'll turn that feature on, why not? What do I think of the upgrade system of Generations? As in, like, the skill shot. If that's what you mean, then yeah, I quite like it. It's a simple system, but it lets you customize Sonic to how you want him to play, but in a non-intrusive way. I kind of just tend to stick on the same things every time, of like speed up and so on. Speed up, athleticism, acceleration up. The one that lets you get a boost if you boost, like rocket start, whatever they call it. Right, Metropolis rematch. Theoretically easier with the Insta Shield. I think Sonic 3 Air has an achievement for defeating that thing without, you know, popping anything. You never unlock the Supersonic upgrade. Oh, Supersonic in Generations. Yeah, that's the one. You get that for beating the game, I think. And honestly, I don't blame you, because that final boss... I love Generations, it's one of my favourites, but that final boss in Sonic Generations is garbage. Time Eater sucks. Like, I don't blame anyone for, like, not beating Generations, because anytime I replay the full game, I dread that final boss so much. Oh, I'm so bad at dodging these things. Right, it's set piece time. And it's boss time. Well, this Mecha Sonic, which is separate to the one in Sonic 2 and separate from Metal Sonic. Yeah, now he's fighting. He's a similar weakness to spin dashing, though. There we go. Take note. He's not exploded. He's shorting out. He's still here. He hasn't exploded into tiny little pieces. Important. And the iconic spirally thing. It's a set piece in Generations. The same set piece in Generations is brought back in Frontiers. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. Very, very appreciated. Right, here we go. Death Egg Zone. It was meant to be a full level in Sonic 2, so they decided to fully realise it in Sonic 3. I think, like, there's a decent chunk of Sonic 3's things are things they didn't get a chance to do in Sonic 2. Like, I do love that with Sonic 3 they were able to, like, realise their plans fully. Like, on one hand, people had to pay twice for the full game, but on the other hand, Sonic Team got to finish their game instead of leaving like half of it on the cutting room floor like in Sonic 2. Hello? Okay. Right, Tails. Fly me up. What I love visually about the Death Egg is the backgrounds don't scroll at all. The backgrounds are still. Just to sell the scale of this thing. Like, this is a massive, massive space station. Avoid those. Yep, there we go. And yeah, I mean, I love the aesthetic of Death Egg. Yeah, it looks really cool. I love how this entire game looks. Well, we'll jump over that thing. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space, I suppose. But yeah, it just sells the scale of it, though. The fact that the background doesn't scroll. I don't know, I think it's just a cool choice. Is this still... Okay, if I mash jump in that thing, I still, like, jump up. This Death Egg aesthetic is pretty much brought back for Sonic Forces. For probably one of its better classic Sonic levels, actually. Right, I've got the electric shield. I can walk on this without worrying. Do need to worry about that pit though. I don't know what this room is meant to be in terms of, you know, in terms of like what part of the Death Egg this is meant to be, but it's a set piece. Hit all the switches on that. Right, I'm gonna go hyper. Because honestly, I'm gonna want it for the mini boss. I'm not very good at the mini boss. We'll once again avoid that because it's quicker to avoid it and you get lots of rings if you come down here. Perfect for hypersonic. And here we go, mini boss Red Eye. Comes back in Mania, in Titanic Monarch Zone, and it's a background element in the Death Egg levels in Forces as well. Like, I'll rag on Forces a lot for things, but I do like that as the detail there with the background. Not gonna lie, I partly went super just to get the level over quicker. I don't want to overrun too much. And here we go, Death Egg Act 2, we're more on the outdoors parts. And there's the Earth in the background, or Sonic's world if we want to call it that. But early Japanese canon pretty much consider Earth. So I operate on left always left mentality when it comes to branching paths in games. There's a really mean one of these at one point in the level. It's like directly after a checkpoint and there's no rings. Yeah, like the sort of grounded but not fully grounded aesthetic of Sonic. Also, Death Egg 2, our first anti-grav level in Sonic. Obviously, some Sonic games do go for a more fantastical aesthetic. I mean, Sonic, aka Sonic Lost World, is basically trying so hard to be Mario. Right, I'll probably do this level properly though. No hypersonic for this one. Ouch. I remember, I think in the Sonic Jam, like... Oh yeah, I like Mario as well, I do. And Mario wouldn't... I don't think Mario would work with anything but its aesthetic. For the most part, anyway. Yeah, also, I think it's in the Sonic Jam, like, official guide, where where Sonic Team members, like, provided comments on sort of these levels. I think they said during testing, they like toyed with the idea of when you're in anti-grav, like upside down, swapping up and down, like crouching and looking for crouching, so that you would like have to press up to crouch if you're upside down. But during testing, it was found that just keeping it as pressing down worked a lot better. Sonic Forces reverses the up and down control. So you have to press up to crouch when you're in anti-grav, and it does not feel natural at all. Like, there's a reason they did it this way in Sonic 3. So it's just so... It was in, like, an official, like, Japanese, I think, guide for Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn. I think the comments for all the levels, if you go to the Sonic Retro wiki, sonicretro.org, on all the like levels, like all the levels in Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles, on their level pages it will have like the comment from the Sonic Jam guide. There's probably like you can probably find like translation of the Sonic Jam guide as well. Good old Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces definitely is a game that exists. Alright. Can't remember how far we are in. I'll know when we're getting up to the boss. I'll recognise the bit of level when we are reaching the boss. Alright, no electric shield. We've got to do this properly this time. This thing will change directions every time you land on it. So if you jump, it'll change direction when you land. It is a thing that exists. Yeah, right. We're at the bosses. Here we go. Time for our final bosses. This is just the warm-up though. This thing's shields will always be pointed at us, so we can't attack it directly. Knock these things into it though, or use the gravity to hold them down on it, and that's how we damage it. Ouch. You're invincible when you're doing the spinning thing and when you're spinning like that, but otherwise you gotta avoid the spikes. Yeah, being able to see Eggman control it from the side is pretty fun. And that face he makes. Right, main final boss time. You can come into it with rings, but if you die here, you gotta do this fight without rings. So, we shall see if I die or not. I've not died too many times in this playthrough, but I've died a few times. Alright, spin dash the fingers. It's the quickest and easiest way of getting rid of them. But this thing, it's not as iconic as Sonic 2's final boss, but I still quite like it. It's imposing and it's definitely climactic. And it's a boss that's made harder slightly when you got Tails, because your Sonics get Tails hitting it when you don't want it. Ouch. Your Sonics get Tails hit it when you don't want him to, when you're going to hit it. Like that! Thanks, Tails. Right, I gotta fight this with no rings now. If you're good at manipulating Tails, you can have it so that when you hit the nose to open it up, Tails will hit him as you do that. And you like work together. Sometimes I can do that. And yeah, he does keep making these Death Egg robots bigger. I think at least one semi-official name for it is Great Death Egg Robo or something. If it's referenced nowadays, they probably just call it Death Egg Robot. Though. Again, to dunk on Sonic Forces, that final boss is called Death Egg Robot, and it looks nothing like a Death Egg Robot. Alright. Alright, this boss is a little bit dangerous, so... There we go. Phase 2 down, but it's not over yet. Eggman is so desperate to hold onto the Master Emerald. This bit is arguably one of the most dangerous bits. It's so easy to bounce into the pit here. When you hit him. It's a bit easier on these widescreen versions, you have a bit more screen space, but original 4x3 on the Mega Drive, always very easy to die. And here we go, Doomsday, the first Supersonic final boss. It's not too difficult by final boss standards, but it's climactic, it's cool, it's just a really good ending to the game. It's a little bit spectacle over sort of actual skill-based boss, but yeah, there is skill to it though. What platform am I playing on? So I'm playing a fan-made remaster, Sonic 3 Air, Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. It requires a ROM file of the original, which used to be very easily accessible on Steam, not so anymore. But yeah, I'm playing, yeah, Sonic 3 Air. Yeah, the fan-made remaster. And to be honest, I think Sonic Origins is a perfectly good way of playing Sonic 3 as well. Purists may disagree. Although if you play Sonic Origins on PC, there is the mod Sonic Origins Ultra Fix, which I hear is supposed to be very good. If I ever get Origins on PC, I will definitely give that a go. Alright. Send your missiles into me. Or into yourself. Fire them at me so you can send them into yourself. Yeah, I mean, yeah, final bosses, like, I mean, I like challenging final bosses, but spectacle final bosses can also be very good. And I think this is a good example of that. Though this bit can be tough because there's no rings here. So you gotta make sure to build up enough rings before you get here. And beat him in time. I'm getting dangerously low on rings, actually. Am I gonna die to this bit of Doomsday Zone? It's been a long time since that's happened. Oh, I'm cutting it very close here. Oh. Yeah, I'm cutting it very close. I might die. Uh-oh. Ah. I was that close to rings. He wasn't firing his missiles for a little bit. That really screwed me over. Alright. Generally staying on the higher up bit here gets you more rings, for the most part. It's possible to get up to like 100, get yourself an extra life, and give you plenty of time. Yeah, normally that part of the boss, he's like always firing his missiles at you. I don't know why he wasn't for a little while there. I'm supposed to be good at these games. It's the recording curse, so I'll blame it on that. Alright, here we go. Fire your missiles at me, please. Supersonic, yeah, Adventure 2 Supersonic is a bit of a thing to learn to control. Yeah, I mean, you don't fly in the main levels, but here, obviously, you're still pretty directly controlling Sonic, so yeah. This is, of all the Supersonic final bosses, this may be the original, but it is still my favourite. It's just, there's just something iconic about it, I think. Alright, final phase. Hold forwards, mash jump. You will speed up a lot if you mash jump. And it doesn't matter if you get hit by his things, you should speed up enough to be able to hit him the requisite 8 times. Come on. I say that I'm getting hit by a lot of his bombs. There we go. Finally, we have the Master Emerald back. And this is the Prototype Sonic 3 credits. I like having this as the ending music. I think Sonic Origins uses it here as well. And yeah, who doesn't like going Super Saiyan? Yeah. Supersonic is something I'm very glad that Sonic 2 introduced. I mean, the Supersonic bosses in Sonic Frontiers are the absolute highlight of that game. They are very cool. Right, let's go lift Angel Island out of the ocean. I do like even in this little sort of sprite form, well, you know, you can still see some of the locations from the game. Like you can see the Pyramid of Sandopolis, you can see the big mountains for Ice Cap and Lava Reef, you can see like the buildings, like the ruins of Marble Garden. This is a really good attention to detail. It makes this game's world feel like a proper thought-out place. Like, the interconnected levels, the attention to detail in it. I love it. Oh, I forgot this is the prototype version, or maybe a custom version of Sonic 3 Air, that adds Sonic 3 tracks into the medley. Yeah, I remember you saying, like, ages ago that, yeah, you wanted to play Frontiers. Oh, Hirokazu Yasuhara. Just absolutely bless this man for just designing some amazing levels. And Takashi Iizuka, current head of Sonic Team. This was his first Sonic game. He designed some of the iconic like set pieces in the game, like the bombing sequence in Angel Island. I can't remember if Sonic 3 Air, because it's a fan project, I can't remember if they sneak in a cheeky credit to Michael Jackson for the music. I can't remember. I guess we'll see in a minute. I will say, I think I like Sonic 2's ending a little more. There's something about the way I think there's something about how that scene is composed in the music for Sonic 2's ending. Okay, they don't put a sneaky Michael Jackson in there, but he did work on Sonic 3. And there's Sega Sound Team. And hey look, Jin Senoue. His first Sonic game as well. Honestly, Sonic 3's soundtrack is a very interesting beast to talk about, you know. But yeah. Yeah, I like Frontiers as well, yeah. I'd say it's a fairly recommendable one. Also, at least in the UK, on the second-hand market, I think it's pretty cheap now as well, like relatively speaking. Sonic Frontiers. At undisclosed second-hand shop, other prices will be available. Yeah, it's £12 on PS5 and on Xbox, £18 on PS4, and $22 on the Switch. So, very cheap right now. Oh, and snooze the ads. Because we're going to be finishing up fairly soon anyway. Oh, I feel you about committing to new games. I'm not very good either. I forgot there was a Switch port, like a Switch homebrew port. Someone needs to make a Wii U homebrew port. I'd love to play this on my Wii U. Obviously, this is credits relevant more to Sonic 3 Air. Yeah, and Sonic fans just make loads of great things. And that's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I love this game. Like, I always say, you know, it is my favourite game. There's a lot it does right. And we've only really done half of the experience. Are you gonna go past the screen? There we go. Yeah, that is only really half the experience, though. So we stopped Eggman from relaunching the Death Egg. Well, he did relaunch it, but yeah, we stopped him from doing anything with it. Got the Master Emerald back to Knuckles, and raised Angel Island back up to the sky. Oh, I know why it's not taking input. I clicked off the game window. So yeah, we've done all that. Saved the day. But we've still got another character to play as. Not right now, because it's getting late, and I have work tomorrow. But on Tuesday, at somewhere between 7 and 8 PM UK time, BST, we'll be taking Knuckles, rougher than the rest of them, through his campaign. And it's not just going through the exact same story and whatnot as us. He has an entirely new story. Are we allowed to say Sonic fans make cool things when they also make things like Sonic Dreams Collection? Not supposed to talk about that. No, I mean, Sonic fans make a huge variety of things, both amazing, such as this, and such as the official Sonic CD 1 and 2 remasters. They also make cursed things like Dreams Collection. But hey, in terms of celebrating Sonic fans being awesome at making, later on in the year, during Sonic Hacking Contest and Sonic and the Sage Expo, I will be doing my usual stream mini showcase of those. So that'll be something to look forward to later in the year. I don't know when those are. I don't think any dates have been announced yet. But yes, this Tuesday, which will be the 20th of May. Yes, 20th. Yep, we're going to go through Knuckles campaign. Somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock starting, 7 and 8 PM UK BST. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to just tweak one or two little settings here. Just the music settings, really. So I'm going to set all these to the prototype music for Carnival Night, Ice Cap, and Launch Base, so that we can hear different music when playing as Knuckles in those levels. Is there any other things I want to tweak while I'm here? Probably not. Oh, you can disable these Sandopolis ghosts in this version. Also, I unlocked the drop dash. Yeah, there's an achievement system in this version, and the achievements unlock things. You can unlock Knuckles and Tails, the Super PL Up and Sonic CD, Devo Mode, and Blue Sphere. Yeah, I could not collect 300 rings without losing them apparently. Double dose of stars, get up to 5 continues, reach million points. Yeah, some of these are pretty easy, some of them not so much. Anyways, that will do it for today. So, yeah, it's, again, Sonic fans, they just make some really cool stuff, as well as the cursed stuff. So yeah, that will do it for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, whether you've been here for the whole stream, part of the stream, chatted, lurked. It is always very, very appreciated, and I always mean it. Thanks to Space Mummy for the raid, and to everyone who stuck around. It's been it's been a good stream. I love Sonic 3, so I'm always happy to play it. But yeah, we'll be playing Knuckles campaign next time on Tuesday. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to mention in terms of upcoming streams. So yeah, I think that is all. So yeah. And there's no one that I follow that's live, so no one that I follow that I would potentially raid that's live, so plus I need to go and clear up all my stuff and start thinking about bed soonish, so I will leave it here. Thanks again for watching, and have a fantastic good rest of your night or day, whatever time it's for you.